Mate, if you're not impressed or pleased about this weekend of racing, then you just give up.
Yeah, you do need to give up if you're not frothing at the mouth for the racing this weekend. We've got a Caulfield Cup in Caulfield, and we've got the Everest. It's moved from another part of the world, Nepal, to Sydney, Randwick, and we've got horses climbing it. What kind of alternate reality are we living in? This is a massive, massive episode in girth and in length. Mate, really looking forward to it. And we've got a busy weekend as well with the good people at Ned's and doing our own stuff.
Yeah, we've got another hosted pod for you, for those of you who are brave enough to join us, but we also have a tipping competition. See our link in bio. Go to www.onthedriftpodcast.com. Free to enter. Follow the prompts on the website. But yeah, if you haven't a bet this weekend, do it with the good people at Ned's.
But what is gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.
I need to ask you a question. Be curious, Drifters.
Allegron's won the Brisbane Cup, but it's all Antino. Blake Shin, take a bow. Barraquil, Benny Allen hasn't moved.
Broadside him, bobbed, won the Golden Rose.
Pride of Jenny, trying to find the reserves at the 100. She's 3 in front of Mr. Brightside. It's all too late. Pride of Jenny has run them into the night. Switzerland, the big winner by 2.5 Bellatrix Star.
He's down, Jolly Star. She is a star in the making. Jolly Star bolts in.
It's all Isthmus. She's very smart and fast.
Mate, by all reports, your performance at Caulfield yesterday has paid for a brand new studio.
Yeah. Unbelievable setup, mate. I can't believe you spent so much money on building a studio just for us. Yeah. This room took 6 months?
Yeah, 6 months.
What the hell?
Yeah, crazy.
No, mate, very nice. You and Prue have done well. And massive shout out to one of our great mates.
Oh, mate. Joshua McClelland, Bob the Builder, has done a fantastic job. No notes. 0 notes. If you're in the Greater Brisbane region and need a house built, let us know. Let us know because I'll put you in contact.
He's done a phenomenal job. You guys should be very, very happy. And you know what? Shooting the shit in flesh a little bit different to doing it online. What I will say is, though, nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. Because the drifters still have to listen to the same voices and still see the same mugs.
Yep.
Albeit in better quality.
Yes, no buffering this time. Less talking over
horse.
each other.
Good horse.
Yeah, all that good stuff. So, mate, probably the best day of racing on the calendar. In one day, Everest Caulfield Cup day. What were your thoughts?
It was unbelievable. There was some great rides. There was some just good wins that were more horse than rider. And I think for the most part, it seems like a pretty fair day.
No, the script was pretty well written.
Yeah, the script was well written.
Yeah, I thought it was a fantastic day as well, and had a little bit of everything. The international superstar stamping his authority on our sprinting ranks. It had the Melbourne versus the Sydney fillies in the 1,000 Guineas, and the Melbourne fillies got the upper hand there. Mate, it had what looked like a weighted certainty getting the job done for the punters Australia-wide.
For the punters, mate.
Came into nearly $2, half yours.
Yeah. And Jamie Carr, first female jockey to win a Caulfield Cup.
And, of course, we'll get to it later, but is Ceolwulf actually the best miler in the country? Like, what is going on?
I don't know. Do you know what? I found a lot of the racing yesterday was actually truly run as well. Like, I haven't looked at the times. I'm sure you'll share some of that with me. Potentially, maybe. But it allowed for genuine contests. And I think for the most part, the best horse won the race, the best athlete.
Yep.
Where do you want to start, mate? Do you want to start with Melbourne, or do you want to start with Sydney?
I reckon we start. Let's not bury the lead. Ka Ying Rising.
Yep.
I said to you, kissed on the gelded penis in the run, but a lot of people mapped him that way. I think everyone pretty much got the map right.
Yeah.
Marzu leading from overpass, those two leading. Ka Ying Rising on his own. Basically, again, the sit behind. No one had Jimmy Star outside.
No.
3 wide the trip.
Yeah.
And then Zach saw him coming and then pushed out and went like, nah, bruh, you're going to be cast the entire time. He was easily the run of the race, Jimmy Star.
Jimmy was phenomenal.
Like, got galloped on as well, so he has a superficial, abrasion to his off hind or something. So I think that's potentially where he's like, he looked gone in the straight and then he just came again, but he's almost a 1,400 metre horse, so he had the stamina, whereas those who were a little bit more brilliant didn't see out that truly testing 1,200 metres.
Yeah. Look, Jimmy Star running the race, man, I thought Overpass was phenomenal. He was hard for him to get past. Like, Tempted and Jimmy Star only passed him with, less than 50 metres to go. He ran super. First up in an Everest. We've been pushing for that for years, so, well done, Overpass. Jimmy Star was phenomenal. Ka Ying Rising, I don't think he was at his best, though.
Nah.
But he still was good enough to get the job done.
And the question for me, and, say it's 12 months down the line, I reckon he probably improves, better for the trip. If he drew like where Briasa or Jimmy Star drew, I'm not sure he wins. Is that a fair statement? What do you reckon?
I don't know. He was able to show enough of a turn of foot off a pretty hot tempo. Yeah. Like, who's to say that if he went back further in the running, he wouldn't have been alongside Tempted and got that similar sort of run. But he had a beautiful run. Zach got him in the perfect spot. Would they push for him to come down to Melbourne and run down the straight? Imagine that. Champion sprint. That'd be sick. He was phenomenal. You could get $2 on the day with some places, and that looked like a phenomenal bet in hindsight. But you could also get more than $3 to place for Tempted and Jimmy, our 2 horses in the race,
which is what we're pushing for. For a long time. For some reason, because I was in control of the Ned's pot, so I reckon this was the first time I didn't have an each-way bet. And it was an each-way price. My mistake there. But, Jimmy SP starting here, I think these are tote prices as well, but about $13 and $4 to place. Big drifter because Ka Ying Rising started $1.30 on the tote.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Like, unbelievable sort of stuff. Heard some commentary post the race that it's the largest ever hold for a Whirlpool international race.
Wow.
So I think it was like 88 million or it was like 99 million Hong Kong dollars or something.
Yeah, right.
Which equated to about 15 to 20 mil Aussie dollars, which is pretty wild.
Sheesh.
Yeah. So Ka Ying Rising, run of the race, sensational run. Tempted was super. She only go around like 1 or maybe 2 horses in the run,
something like that. She had a great run. She was smothered up, and she charged home. Head to a Coolmore, I presume.
Yeah, we'll get to it later when we talk about the Melbourne races. What Godolphin horse you'd rather take. Jimmy Star, we kind of talked about. I reckon get him back, get him to the straight. I reckon that'd be champion sprint. That'd be good for him.
Yeah, needs to go to that race.
Overpass was super, and then we get to the rest, like Jolly Star. Like, what were your thoughts about her? Bit too far back.
I was never keen on her for this race for some reason. Like, she was well backed. She was the local that everyone wanted to be with. But yeah, I think her first up run was too brilliant. And I've found with some of the Waller horses that first up they'll do that and then they'll peter off for their second up run, even though she was kept pretty fresh for this. But I think she just couldn't handle really fast tempo to sprint off. I think maybe she's a sit and sprint horse, Jolly Star. Maybe. I think this time last year I was saying she needs a truly run race. So, you could be disappointed in her if you backed her, particularly that price. But I thought Angel Capital was good. He only started getting going late. I think he probably needs that 1,400 metres as a CF4 on the back end of the spring after Champions Day. Maybe they take him to the Champions Sprint. Maybe they take him to that. I think that you have a bit of a mortgage on that race if he went there. The only other horse... The only other two horses that I thought were maybe you could class as disappointing were Briasa and War Machine, because War Machine had a lot of supporters.
I reckon he's definitely improved since his
Stradbroke win.
Yeah, I think, and even like this time last year. But I still think a race like this at this pressure is another prep away.
Yeah,
I think he'll improve off the back of that.
Yep.
And I think you could say the exact same thing about Lady Shenandoah as well.
Yeah.
I think, potentially she looks a 1,400 metre horse for mine as well. But to be fair, I think the exact same thing about Jimmy Star. There's no reason why she couldn't improve into an Everest the following year as well. I'm just having a look through J-Mac's stats, right? His last winner on a Saturday was Waterford on Grand Final Day, 27th of September.
That's very unusual.
So that's, 1, 2, 3, 4 Saturday Metro meetings. Now down south and in Sydney as well.
Oh, God. He'll turn it around. He's J-Mac.
Yeah. He's been winning at the midweeks.
Yeah, but, Jesus... The bookies would be licking their lips hearing that. There has been a few favourites that he hasn't been able to get home, J-Mac.
And we'll touch on some of those as well. But I feel like, I don't think he necessarily misrode Jolly Star either. It was just like one of those things. I think, Angel Capital, as we've kind of touched on, I think he was super as well. I think he'll be suited much better at even a TJ in the autumn as he matures. And then, Briasa was really disappointing. I don't know what to make of him. I reckon he only has like 1 or 2 good runs a prep in him.
I think he needs to draw a gate because his best runs he's drawn a gate.
Yeah, but arguably, you'd probably say his TJ in the autumn was his career best, but his Hunter win was unbelievable. Now, against inferior opposition, but he was 3 wide the trip over 1,300 there as well. And then Marzu was not too bad. Like, all things considered, only beaten 3.5 at 100 to 1. He's beaten War Machine home. And then I reckon even the connections of Jetabil would be stoked with how he finished off, beaten 3.6.
That's why I'm going to be fascinated to see what they say about this race from a ratings perspective. Because if you see 1st to 12th, only 4 lengths separating them, which makes me think Ka Ying Rising wasn't at his best, but even if he was a length or 2 off his best, it was still good enough to beat these. But yeah, it was phenomenal, and just the build up to it. Oh, it's a special race. They've nailed this one, Racing New South Wales. But yeah.
Well, I'm looking at the times on the fly here. So they would have beaten the Sydney Stakes field by 2.3 lengths, and about the same for the Kosciuszko.
Okay.
On overall times.
Yeah. Okay.
So make of that what you will. But Zach Purton's he never pulls his words.
No, he's
refreshing.
Yeah,
I like it.
He's straight as an arrow, Zach Purton.
Yeah. But they're like, "Oh, Zach, is that? How do you feel after that?" He's like, "Well, that's my most satisfying win of my career, all things considered." He's like, didn't anticipate what we had to deal with today. And it's like, oh, what do you mean? And he was like, well, the fact that the whole crowd was booing him as he was like going out and as he was running. It's like everyone was booing him. I was like, what? I can't believe that.
Usually Australian punters are pretty...
For the champions.
Yeah, for the internationals that come out.
We saw it last year with Prognosis.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, how good's this?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. Romantic Warrior got good support when he came out here.
Yeah, I'd be... the one, if I'm like putting it in context of like, if I could see one international that's come here since the time that we've been covering this, and it was even before our time, but Ben Battle versus Winks.
Oh, please.
Because, because I think it was William Buick who wrote it?
Yeah. Or, I can't remember who, but there was like... Because they threw chat about Winks. It's like, guys, do not throw chat about Winks. Like, like there's a few athletes in Australian history you can't throw chat at.
Yeah. She's one.
John Bradford.
Yeah.
Kathy Freeman.
Yeah. Black Caviar.
Don't throw Mackaybe.
Yeah.
Don't throw chat at Winks, bro.
Yeah. They're our girls.
Yeah, exactly. They're our golden girls. And Don. Would you chuck Warney in that bracket?
Yes, mate.
But he was a bit brash, Warney, so he probably loved it. Oh, he was a superstar, wasn't he? He was a superstar.
Yeah.
May he rest in peace.
But yeah, I think, probably the highlight of the day for me. I think it was always good. Let's go to the King Charles. So, I was really second-guessing myself on this race, and I went back and forth. I was dead against Lake Forest, and he ran last.
Yeah.
In 7 lengths.
It was disappointing.
William Haggis did not have a good day.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
But I thought, prior to Jenny would set up a genuine tempo. She didn't find the front, and she's shown that a couple of times where she has to work for the front. It's not necessarily a good recipe for her. But the likes of Royal Patronage, Pericles, even Mr. B, like basically setting it up perfectly for the chasing brigade. Ceolwulf being the number one beneficiary.
He needs a truly run race, and he just doesn't get that enough in Australian racing. Ceolwulf to run his best, and I thought after the race, Cox Plate, should they pay up?
Wow, it's a gettable
on the quick backup
with Sir Delius going out, which we haven't touched on. Vesistina's below her best. That's not a bad shout at all.
Globe setting the pace up front. I think it's gettable, and I think you have to have a throw at the stumps after that performance. It's like the Globe connections, like them paying up. Like, yeah, he's not a Group 1 weight for age horse, but you have to have a throw at the stumps. You have to strike while the iron's hot,
mate. You know what's going to make the decision for them there. It's raining this week in Melbourne. It's 1 to 7 mil on Monday, 0 to 4 on Tuesday, 3 to 15 on Wednesday, and then it's mild weather, 17, 19 degrees, and then up top of 20 with 0 to 4 on the day. He's a wet tracker.
Soft 7, maybe soft 6 at the Valley,
where Via Sistina has not shown her best.
Antino can handle a wet deck. Fascinating race.
I think that's a great shout. Well done.
Yeah, they should take him. Pay up.
Yeah.
He just won. How much did he just win then?
Heaps.
Nearly 3 mil.
Yeah.
I was a bit frustrated watching it because he's been disappointing this prep, so I would never have found him. But then when you actually assess the race differently and you look at the race shape and you look at the pace that's going to be in it, you're like, okay, well, does that bring out the best in him? And is he worth throw at the stumps at $10?
Yeah.
Because not to be honest, I went Lake Forest because I was like, I don't want any of the others. You know what I mean? I went him because he was, alternative form line. Yep. Like Pierre's run third there. Mr. Brightside, like phenomenal.
Randwick horse.
Yeah, to run second there. The old boy, but from a tough gate. It was. I didn't know what to do with the race, and the thing I selected, Julie ran last.
Well, you know what? Because I saw in the post of in the wash up of the Epsom that Epsom that Autumn Glow won. It's actually the third quickest run in history.
Really?
So, and with that knowledge, I was like, Ceolwulf was still disappointing to me, albeit at handicap conditions. So I was like, I don't know if he's going that well. So $10, sure, but I went Tommy Kitten in the end, and I thought he ran okay.
Yeah, I think you just write him off this spring. Not write him off in a forget about him, but like a forgive for pretty much his entire prep.
Yeah, he's a run behind each start.
Yeah,
so
he is.
Where I think he could potentially land a blow back to Flemington on Champions Day, be it at the mile or the Champions Stakes.
Yeah,
where a few of his opposition are probably cooked.
Excuse me, and
he'd be pretty much prepped up for a Cox Plate at that run. I reckon that's where you get your money with Tom Kitten this prep.
Yeah, well said.
Fangirl, there was a question from someone. Apologies, forget your name, brah. What do you do with her?
Fangirl, I think just needs. She's a little bit Goldilocks. Fangirl. She's a brilliant horse, but she needs the right setup. She's for considering everything she needs to fall her way. For her to win, she still won 33% of the time in mostly Group 1 company. She's a phenomenal horse. I just don't think she likes it when there's too much speed on in the race. I think she wants, which is counterintuitive because where she gets in the running typically, but she wants to be within striking distance in a slowly run race where she can just let down for 400 metres and just breeze past them. It almost makes me think imagine if she was trained as a sprinter. Would she be a Santana Lane type as a sprinter? I'm not sure, but she's got that in her, Fangirl. That sort of result. I wouldn't be too disappointed.
Her career best win was in this race 2 years ago. Yeah, but she was also sitting about 5th in the running.
J-Mac gave her an absolute peach, and she doesn't like having Pride of Jenny in her races.
Yeah, and it was a good 3 that day, but Craig Williams hopped off Mr. Brightside that day, and it's like that was like concrete, that deck, which is obviously cherry ripe for her.
Yeah.
Looking through her last wins since then, she was first of 8 in the 7 stakes, first of 12 in the Queen of the Turf, where she was just better than those mares and fillies.
Yeah.
First of 8 in the Apollo, and first of 8 in the 7 stakes last year, and then first of 9 in the Apollo as well. So smaller fields is probably more suited to her as well because she doesn't have to make up as much.
Yeah.
And she doesn't have to sit absolutely last each time.
No.
But yesterday she was. And, she's run past half of them.
Yeah.
She's run okay.
Yeah.
And the rest of them, probably nothing really too much to add. I think Pericles is in career best.
Yeah. He's got great guns.
Would have been great to have Golden Mile in this field.
The triplets together at last. They would have run 4th, 5th and 6th.
Well, the other triplet, where was he? He was in the
He's in the Sydney Stakes, Golden Mile.
Yeah. He ran 11th, but he's not a first up horse.
No.
Rothy. The Queenslanders just keep on going, mate.
Mate, Queenslanders just win. A few people were on him in the tipping comp. Actually, let's while we're sort of talking about it, let's quickly go through and look at the results. Where are we? So we actually end up having like a decent amount of people take part in the tipping comp, but where are we? Sydney. Race 6, bit of filler. Fucking hell.
This is a nice little tune-up for Zach before the Everest as well.
Yeah,
just to
it
get
is.
the confidence up.
It is. So Rothfire only had 5% of responses, but still for a horse in double figures. Generosity had nearly 50% of the selections, and it was pretty much spread across a lot of the horses across there. But yeah, he was good.
Great.
It was great to see.
Had the Group 1 form heading in. Part of me was like, because in the lead up, I was like, who's had the best lead ups? And I thought it was Generosity or Rothfire. Generosity, not a great gate, but you could argue that her lead ups are obviously stronger than Rothfire's.
Yeah.
And Rothfire drew barrier 16.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's much better.
No, it's not.
So I was like, I'll go with her because I think if she was in Everest, she wouldn't be starting the price that Marzu would be.
Yeah, true.
For instance.
Yeah, true.
But she was flat, real flat. And,
She was.
Rothfire was brilliant.
Yeah, she was. She was disappointing. And, Rothfire, we know that his best is good enough to win a race like that. It's just being able to find him at the right time, which is really hard to do. But it's good to see the old boy get a win. Going back to the Everest quickly, Ka Ying Rising had 40% of the hold for the punters. So he was very popular. And then going to the King Charles, only 4 punters had Ceolwulf, and it was pretty much evenly spread across Lake Forest, Mr. Brightside, and Fangirl had the most. So there you go.
Gotcha. Well, of those 3 races, but 2 of them rather, at double figure prices, so double points in the tipping competition.
Yep.
Very good. We will reveal the winner of that at the end of this. Iwona Merck was first up here. I think he ran super. With Your Blessing is in career best. Libertad, probably better first up run than what he had in Queensland, and then he won at about 100 to 1 second up. So potentially one to follow. Caboolus was good after a good trial. Better barrier, second up. Think he'll be doing well. Saw some tips for Cold Crusher as well with blinkers on. Think Joe Pride horses with blinkers going on is significant.
Bit of a sign, yeah.
And then the rest were pretty average, to be fair. Linebacker.
Yeah.
Mate, he fucking brained him.
He brained him. He's got that in him, linebacker. I think he might still be a bit of a nutter. Even though he's got the Group 1 since his gelding, and he has been gelded, I think he just might be a little bit of a nutcase, but that's his 4th win in 11 starts, and he's had a couple of placings. But I guess you look at that trial in hindsight, Overpass ran super in the Everest, Ka Ying Rising, and then linebacker. So, yeah, it was a good ride as well on linebacker.
Mr. Brightside was in that as well.
Yeah, there you go. The Throbber, Zachy Lloyd from Gate 12. And he was pretty firm in the market, linebacker. A lot of money came for Sabaj. Like, he ended up jumping at $4.80. But linebacker, he never really budged from $3. Like, he was solid. And he had 45% of responses. So, popular with the punters.
Lord Penman punches his ticket for the Golden Eagle, as we kind of highlighted on Thursday as well. And then Mayfair as well, if they want to head there.
Yep.
The now gelded son of Fastnet Rock. Another each horse at an each way price, not bet on each way in the pot. Anyway, that was... thought he was good, but all honours to linebacker there. And then if we just quickly have a look through the rest of the card, the Reginald Allen in the first, Chris Waller just nails this again with Panova.
It was a good win coming from the back, Panova. He always uses this race, Chris Waller, for fillies that he's a fan of. She was a maiden, but she showed a bit of talent in her starts thus far, and she was at a good price. And if you listen to Chris Waller during the week, he said, "Don't know why she's a bigger price. This is my pick of the fillies." So she ran well.
Yeah, and I think Like, Aliana won this race last year,
Yeah.
but she'd only won a maiden prior to that.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's awfully early in a horse like this' career, where they're the new 3-year-olds on the block. So whether she's the one, or maybe even Chatterley that he takes to the Carbine Club on Derby Day will be left to be seen. Got real cold feet, and I didn't even tip him, actually, Sam Hawkins in the St. Ledger. $2.30 started. Just looking through his profile a bit more, I was a bit suspect on him on good ground, and I think it kind of played out that way.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I was on him. I think the whole William Haggis J-Mac effect got a lot of punters sucked in. But what's William Haggis's assistant trainer's name? That I'm not sure, but they interviewed her before the race, and she said this horse doesn't have a massive turn of foot. He just needs a good gallop. So when J-Mac actually went slow and took the lead and was not going at a good gallop, I was like, well, this horse is just going to get breezed past, which is exactly what happened.
Yeah.
But if we look at that race, like I think a lot of punters were on him. Yeah, most were with Soul of Spain, more Fallons and Sam Hawkins in that race. So
yeah, rightfully so. But I think in the stewards report, there was nothing untoward happening there. But J-Mac basically said he'll be better. Well, I didn't want to lead, but nothing else wanted to lead, so I had to lead.
Yeah,
and he basically wanted to bum to follow, but he wanted a genuine tempo. So if the stable knew that beforehand, I don't know. They needed to bring a travelling companion in some capacity. This horse is actually staying with John O'Shea as well.
Yeah, I heard that.
So, yeah, I don't know if he'll be so suited to our racing here, but left to see. Travolta's had a super prep.
He's had a good prep.
Very good prep.
I don't think he is a 2,600 metre horse, but when they walk up front, it's probably going to bring him into it. Chris Wallace had the first 5 across the line.
Yeah, I heard that.
And no wonder why they walk, because there's 5 fucking Chris Waller horses in the race. Funny that.
And I also, because at this stage, about half an hour after this, I was in the car. I was listening to SEN Track, and the tagster was going, there's been no protest in the St. Ledger at Randwick. So I think there was some interference there.
Oh, really?
But it would be conflicting connections for the Waller.
Yeah, true.
Waller trained horses, so he probably doesn't want to throw one in. I think that's where the stewards need to step in if there is something untoward there as well.
Absolutely. I'm not sure what they're talking about, but
yeah.
I'll have to go back and watch it.
Yeah. More Felons. The pot bet. I thought he was the one.
He just needed a truer pace.
Yeah.
Yeah. Disappointing when they walk in a staying race like that.
Yeah. The Big Dance wild card. Vivier wins her first race in about 3 years. Knocking off Swift Falcon.
Yeah, I think a lot of punters were on Swift Falcon. We had 40% of the hold on him. Vivier, the next best at 18. He just leaves himself way too much to do, and through the line was braining her. But it is when you're back in Swift Falcon at $3, like you sort of reap what you sow. Yeah. But I thought today was his day. Yep. He'll win a race.
Yep.
It's just whether you're going to be on or not.
Yeah. And if I was to have my time again in this race, I'd back my old mate Duke House each way. It was $4 to play, $16 to win. He'd been unlucky in Queensland. He won the race last year, third up.
1 by 3.
Yeah, I think that's the play. Because I tried to find Vivier, Headley Grange form, beat home Swift Falcon in the Cameron, but she's not a winner.
Yeah.
But she subsequently wins.
Yeah.
So that's how I'd probably take it. I'm a glutton for punishment. But I could bet on Swift Falcon, very similar to Fangirl, in a smaller horse field. Mm-hmm. I think 13 runners is probably too many. If he's got an 8 or 9 horse field, he doesn't have to be so far off him.
Yeah, true. True.
The Angst Stakes, Idle Flyer, well named. I think she was 3 wide the trip.
Yeah, it was a good win.
Very good win.
It was a good win. And, yeah, look, another one for Zach Lloyd. He's a throbber, isn't he? Lightly raced mare, Idle Flyer, Done Deal. It's funny because Done Deal was a middle distance horse, and he seems to be throwing a lot of sort of sprinting types. Done Deal. Yeah, I thought it was a smart win. Perfumist and Idle Flyer were easily the best backed by the drifters. And the money came for Idle Flyer as well.
Yeah. Mate, they've run some serious time here, I'm just saying. They would have beaten the King Charles field by 4 lengths.
Gee whiz.
Same distance, right? Yeah.
Yeah, 1,600. Oh,
1,600.
sorry, I thought this was a 1,400 metre race. My mistake. It's a 1,600 metre race.
Yeah. But I guess the caveat there is another 9 metres. Now, you might say that's not that significant, but it will add some meterage to it, I would say. And so 1,609 metres for the King Charles, obviously. So, yeah, she was fantastic. Perfumist was super. Shohish at the pot bet, just too far back. Probably needs a bit easier as well. Clear Thinking in the Kosciuszko just went straight through him. And she's better than this sort of grade.
Yeah, she was fantastic. I couldn't believe the price we were getting, to be honest. And yeah, front page and her, well backed by the drifters. I thought it was a fantastic ride by Tyler Schiller as well. The small gap opened up and she went whoosh cut. That takes nuts. But again, it was a race that gave every horse their chance because it was well run. She was good. Gallant Star was good. Front page, the old boy, 9-year-old gelding ran 6th. So how much is this race worth? $1 million for the winner. How good is that?
Yeah, it's good. It's great. Compelling Truth, the pot bet actually had a bleed.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. That's how well the sauce is going at the moment. You can find the bleeders as well.
Yeah, you can. He can. She can?
So there was three bleeders on the day. So Magnificent in the Kosciuszko as well bled for a second time, so banned from racing.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, won't race again in Australia. And Within the Law had a bleed too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So one nostril. So I think it's because Ceolwulf had the same thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And Idle Fly did too.
Oh, really?
There's been a lot of bleeders this spring.
Yeah. Maybe just because it's been hotter than usual, maybe? I don't know. Drier? I'm not sure. Not sure.
Who else? Just Feeling Lucky. Needs an endoscopic examination. She was coughing. And then Golden Mile was coughing as well. Probably because he was just out of breath because he was so fat.
Fat boy.
All right. That is Randwick done and dusted. Let's go to Caulfield. Half yours. We were both very keen on him.
He just had the perfect setup, and he looked incredibly well placed and a weighted moral to a degree. And the last piece of the puzzle was drawing a gate, and he did. He drew gate 2, and I thought Jamie gave him a great ride.
Sensational ride.
Like he's just sat in such a good spot. Come round the bend. The seas parted. Came home strong. I still thought I took prices well above his starting price a few weeks back. So it was a nice collect. But I still thought on the day when he was close to $3, I was like, that's a big price for this horse. Maybe just because it's the Caulfield Cup, but do you have any data on how they've run it?
No. I can look it up for you based on the racing.com figures.
Because River of Stars to run second at SP'd at $100, and then Valiant King has run third. SP's at 26. Valiant King needs a truly run race. River of Stars was like up the guts, but we've seen her best performance prior to this was when she led at a breakneck speed and held on. So maybe this is how you run her.
So overall time, seven lengths above standard for Group 1. Group 1's at 2,400 metres. To the 800 metres, they went 21 lengths quicker, but that would be including Adelaide River, who just went
crazy.
Because he put up probably about a 6 or 7 length gap.
Yeah.
But still, if you take that out, they're still going at a decent clip.
Yeah, they are. Well, even if you look at like Half Yours first, the 800 was 9th. River of Stars was 4th. Valiant King was 18th. Presage Nocturne was 12th. Royal Supremacy was 15th. Birdman 17th. So they've come from the back. But there was also only 8 lengths between first and 13th, who was Vauban. So, and then Revelare and Land Legend are really well back. But
yeah, I'm looking at the Melbourne Cup market. So Half Yours is the favourite now because Sir Delius is now not in the market at $5. Al Rifa at $7. Valiant King is now at $9.
Mate, Half Yours can do the double. It was 52.5 there. What does he get in the Melbourne Cup? 55?
Probably 2 kilos.
54.5?
Yeah, 54.5.
Mate, with Sir Delius out, honestly, like it just, I've got no doubt that he can run out the 3,200 metres.
So I'm thinking, right, River of Stars would surely be going there. She's into $17.
Yeah.
Gilded Water won't be getting a run, I don't think.
Don't think so.
Just looking at the other runners here, see if there's any pace in this race. Braden Starr, but he doesn't lead at a decent clip. Yeah, I think
sort of hope that Adelaide River goes again.
Adelaide River, yeah, Changey the Guard's going to be there as well. So, and maybe Athabaskan, but they're not true leaders. And I think that's where you need something really to click up. And River of Stars is probably the most important horse to be in the field.
Yeah.
If I'm thinking it through the lens, which I am, which if it's a genuinely run Melbourne Cup, I think Valiant King wins it. Like
crazy.
Mate, the 3 times he's found a genuinely run race in Australia, he's run the top 4 each time. And he was 100 to 1 last start. He was $26 here. And he ran 4th in a Caulfield Cup that without a fight won.
Yeah.
Like I think it's just so it's all gonna depend on what that map looks like for him, because he's going to be better weighted than Half Yours in a cup as well, which over the 2 miles is going to be significant.
Yeah. Yep. Well said. Look, the makeup of the race is going to be so important with the pace and everything. Just off the top of my head, I'm trying to think about Melbourne Cups we've had recently and how they've been run. And they usually do end up going pretty quick, don't they?
Yeah. Like Bound Declares wasn't. Without a Fights, I think, was.
Gold Trips.
Gold Trip was in the wet. So I think it's just who gets through it. Like Without a Fight finished like 3rd last there.
Yeah. Couldn't handle it.
No. So I think it was a genuinely wet track there. And I think there was a bolter that ran 2nd from Australia there.
Without a Fights?
No, Gold Trips.
Oh, yeah.
In those silks.
Yeah, in those silks.
Yeah.
Shit, who was it? It's like 100 to 1.
Yeah. Gold Trip Melbourne Cup. Let's have a look. It's going to drive us insane.
Yeah, that's really frustrating. Really frustrating.
Oh, God, come on. Gold Trip. Anyway, indulge us for a second. Why don't you tell me who trained or who tipped what in the Caulfield Cup?
Oh, man, it was pretty straightforward. Like
Emissary,
that's right. 30% of drifters had Half Yours. So which actually probably starts to make sense why the market wasn't so firm on him until late, because people were probably looking at it and thinking it's a Caulfield Cup. It's not that straightforward. But no, yeah, he was a good win. The writing was on the wall his entire prep, to be honest.
Presage Nocturne was probably the best of the internationals, and he was 60-1.
Yeah.
So I think he'll be suited if it's a genuinely run race as well.
Yeah.
I was big against Maidan, and he's run 9th. I think the market was big against him as well. He was $7 out to 15s.
Yeah, wow.
Now, some of that is obviously going to be the support for a horse but like half yours, and I think even Valiant King was about, I think it was a bigger price than like $26, for instance. I think that came for Royal Supremacy as well.
Yeah. Yeah, he ran well.
Yep, he was super. Deacon's on track for a Melbourne Cup. Absurd's probably going to be suited getting out to the 2 mile as well. Middle Earth was really disappointing.
Yeah.
He stepped out and then he just was like, nah, bruh, no, not interested.
Yeah, he was disappointing.
Golden Snap now won't run in the Melbourne Cup, because she needs to finish top 8. And Revelare was lame as well.
Right.
So who knows if he even goes to a Melbourne Cup now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. But no, yeah, stoked with that win. Obviously pretty easy to find, but you still got to find them.
Yeah. 1,000 guineas, your boy got something. You know what we should do? We should do a pot with Neds, and maybe we'll take this to their product team. A futures pot.
Yeah.
Because I've had 2 hits.
Yeah.
I've had Ole Dancer of 15s and 1,000 guineas, and I had, I think I got Sir Delius at $12 in the Underwood.
Yeah.
As well. I think you might have got one earlier this. Oh, you got half yours, of course.
Yeah.
At a much bigger price. So maybe there's something in there.
There is something in that. I wish we could activate the pot
Weeks in advance.
Weeks in advance, but
secure the position.
Yeah, look, history would suggest that that'll make a horse run second or last if we've got some pot money on it. Mate, what a race. I love the ding-dong battle. Ole Dancer was phenomenal, but the highlight was Moods having a dart. Watching the race just wins. He's like, yeah, that's good. Cat Coleman, meanwhile, was going wild, giving him a big hug. He's like, fuck. He's like, I've seen everything I need to see in the racing game.
Mate, you know how many times he's done that, mate? He started in the right hand, big drag, 50 left. He switches it without looking to his left hand, going like, I'll need to give Kath a hug here. Like, he knew exactly what he was doing. And you know what's hilarious is like people in the comments going like, hey man, why is he smoking with the general public, man? It's like, it's Peter Moody, bro.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
It's Peter Moody. Who are you talking about? Who are you talking to? Bro trained arguably the best horse of all time. He doesn't give a fuck about what you think, mate.
So sorry, mate, you can't smoke there. He's like, okay, mate.
Yeah, sure.
And he just blows in his face.
Flicks it in his face.
Yeah.
You think about that?
Yeah. I'm going to collect my winner, bruh.
Yeah, think about that, bruh. Mate, she was good.
Need to draw a gate.
Yeah, needed to draw a gate, exactly. Blakey got her into a perfect position. Apocalyptic through the line. Mark was up. He wasn't into her, so I'm a little bit suspicious, but...
Well, she still got beaten. She got beaten half a length.
Yeah.
Like,
so Ole Dancer out-toughed her.
Yeah. And that was for a end of prep run. Apocalypse has gone super.
She's gone super. I think she's a sprinting filly, personally.
Yep, I agree with that.
She's a sprinting filly,
Absolutely.
Apocalyptic.
She'll go to the Queen of the Turf and all that in the autumn.
Yeah.
Because, it's
Coolmore or whatever.
on a platter for her.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the sprinting races in the spring after that, spring next year, I agree with that.
Yep. But yeah, all honours to Ole Dancer and great ride by Blakey Bill. She's a smart little filly. She just, evidently needs to be put into a position.
Yep.
Get a good feeling, good run.
Yeah, I think she'll be suited out to further.
I think so.
The daughter of So You Think. I think we'll be seeing her in a wakeful at a short price.
Yes, I think so. Salty Pearl was good. Mating Call, yeah.
Too much in one prep.
What price is she for the SA Oaks? Seriously, though.
Yeah.
Like, she's an SA Oaks filly.
The daughter of Brazen Bow.
Yeah. Take her back home. But nah, it was... Yeah, the pot bet was on Apocalyptic, but, you know, if we're talking about well-backed horses, had 66%.
Yeah, right.
From the Drifters, and Ole Dancer only had 14%. So a lot of people were keen on Apocalyptic.
There you go. Karingska, I think that is the definition of afterthought, just one run too many. And what does that do to her longer term as well? Because I think that was her 6th or 7th run in her first preparation.
Was it?
Too many. And I think they kind of got away with it with Aliana last year. So that might be sticking in Waller's mind a little bit.
Yeah.
But, what do I know? I'm not Chris Waller. All right. Bakash got the cash in the first. He would have been popular with the Drifters, I would imagine.
Yeah, he was Bakash. Let's have a look-see here. 40%. Ceolwulf the next best at 20%. So, yeah, in hindsight, the pot bet was on Ceolwulf. In hindsight, Bakash had the most exposed form in the higher grade.
And I have more confidence because he was up for a long time as well.
Yeah.
But this stable,
They're so good, mate.
I can trust them almost more than what Waller does.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Lindsay Park boys are just... I think you can trust them as well when they've got something in the market for the most part.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah. Big fans. I think... I don't know. I never really thought who my favourite stable is. They're quickly becoming probably my favourite stable, the Hayes boys, just because of that trustworthiness. Yeah. And you'll always love... Even though, you know, they've been given Lindsay Park... They lost a lot of customers when their dad left,
mate.
So they've had to build it up off their own back. So credit to them.
Yep. Oh God, the Ned's Classic and the Mares the Phillies race as well. Just gross, stinky poop poo.
Engine of War. I never was really keen on him.
Like you were kind of forced at gunpoint to make a selection.
Yeah, I was. I think. I was. Well, to put it in perspective, like options definitely would have been the selection if he was in this race. And I think he probably could have won, if I'm being honest. But it was a cool finish, good finish.
Oh yeah, it was
spread across the track.
It's like Mackay Davis Cox Plate.
And Order Mystery was closest to the fence, which is probably where you want to be, Caulfield, like in sort of lane 2 or 3, whatever he was. So yeah, look, is the Derby winner in this race potentially?
Well, we thought the exact same thing last year, and I think the Derby winner came out of the Caulfield Classic last year. This race has gone 22 lengths below standard. So, and the mares have gone, the fillies rather have gone 15 lengths below standard.
Yeah, right.
So they've absolutely crawled. Is it a true indicator of where they're going to land? Probably not. I think the Moonee Valley Vase in recent years has been tipped as the better lead-up reference. That and obviously the Spring Champion.
Spring Champion on the quick backup, absolutely. That race is suspect for me. Really keen for the Vase next week and get a better idea. Look, your boy can't pick a Derby winner to fucking save his life. So the only one I've found since we've been doing this podcast is Riff Rock, and I think he was $1.20. Valet.
And he nearly got knocked off.
He did. Well, I thought I had it a few years ago. We both thought we had it a few years prior with Sharp and Smart.
Yeah, true. Sharp and Smart. I had another one for Matt Kamani. I'm convinced his first Group 1 win will be in a Derby, be it Victoria, Sydney, wherever, probably South Australia.
Yeah, probably. Probably will be downgraded by then.
The Ethereal, Spicy Lou, just went out.
Oh, nah, she's so hot. I should have seen it from the get-go.
I know.
He's so hot. And there was specking for this horse, which tells me that a lot of people knew she was going to roll forward. But Nash said after the race, I couldn't rein her in. She went too quick for me. I was nervous. Like, good on you, Nash, for being honest.
Yeah. Well, they've gone 15 lengths below standard Nash, so it's chill.
Yeah, chill out.
So chill out,
Nash. Just Journey had 50% of the hold with the drifters. She ran well, but just couldn't get past Spicy Lou, who had 14%.
Yeah. I had a bet on Grand Omaha, who loomed up to actually do something, but didn't.
I didn't mind Grand Omaha in this race. But yeah, what's happening with the Oaks? Like, do you think something out of this race wins the Oaks?
Nah.
Do you think something out of 1,000 Guineas does? Wakeful and then...
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah. The Gothic. Now, is this the best win of the day?
Yeah.
Tentyrus?
How did he do it? He sprouted wings, Tentyrus. Yeah. Mark had him on the outside, was blocked for a run, had to come on the inside with not long left and just had to go. And he sprouted wings. It was unbelievable.
Yeah. Now, I was in the Jamie car at the time of this, so I was listening to it, and I obviously have watched the replay since. But in the aftermath of it, the tagster was going like, "Tell you what, that Tentyrus has made up for a pretty average ride from Mark Zahra there."
Mate, yeah, it wasn't Mark's best ride. To be honest, he was just sort of had him out the back, and he was like second last on the fence from a good draw. Fuck. It's like, mate, like you just. Anyway,
I'm getting sick of not following my own advice because I forgot to put a bet on in the Coolmore at $8.
What price are you now? $3?
$3.
No markets. What price is Tempted?
Tempted, I reckon she might have been taken out.
Really? She's not there?
No.
Interesting.
So, market is Baywalk at 3s, Tentyrus at 3s, Beedman at 5s, Point Barrow at 11s with Skyhook, Mahuna at 13s, Raging Force at 15s. My Gladiola at 15s is still a bet.
Still a good bet.
I think.
I think so too.
Sure, McGaw has been beaten 2.5, but she has more upside than McGaw heading into a Coolmore.
Yep.
In my opinion.
Yep. I've just Googled Tempted, and I've just seen a headline on Facebook, which I don't have, saying Tempted will not head to the Coolmore after finishing second in yesterday's Everest.
Yeah.
I think Godolphins just sort of thought Tempted running second to a champion, Ka Ying Rising in an Everest as a 3-year-old filly. That's some serious black type. That's probably all she needs. Mm-hmm. And they're like, let's let Tentyrus and Bayvark duke it out for a Coolmore.
And I reckon they'll go, hey, Bayvark, get out of the way, bruh. Let Tentyrus get his group on.
Bayvark, how about we just save you for the champion sprint?
You know what, bruh? Why don't we just scratch you at the gates? Why don't you play up a bit?
Yeah.
Why don't you do that?
Let's add a couple of stallions to our roster.
Yeah.
Mate, Team Godolphin has a mortgage on the Coolmore this year. They're the two.
Yeah. My Gladiola is the best threat.
Oh, yeah, she has to go in the quaddie. She will be in the quaddie. My Gladiola. Raging Force was good. He went early and it took a hell of a run to run him down. Tentyrus.
I don't think he'll be suited down the straight at Flemington.
No, I like him around the bend. He can lead, skip off the bend, and try and catch him napping.
He will win a Group 1. He'll run well in a Group 1 at Moon Valley, I reckon.
Yep. Well said. But yeah, look, he was the best back horse all day, Tentyrus, 70% on drifters. So
he was the best bet of the day.
He was, yeah. Well, second best after mine that ran third. But no, yeah, I really liked him. And I'll tell you what, that bit of it was symbolic of a change of fortune for your boy, that win. It was phenomenal.
Yep. God, what happened here? In the Ilingi, Stratton Angel, huh? That's her first win in yonks.
Since her Group 1 win. She's
Group 1 win?
Yeah, she won in Adelaide, remember?
She did not.
Didn't she? Who am I thinking of then?
I don't think it was her, was it?
I thought she won a Group 1 not this year, last year in Adelaide. I could be wrong.
She won the Danehill.
I've been wrong before.
No,
Like a Sangstar or
I don't think so.
a Goodwood?
Group 1, no.
Huh.
Yeah.
Who am I thinking of then?
Charmstone?
Maybe Charmstone. Look, well done to the few drifters. There were 6 of them who jumped on Stretton Angel at double figures, so they got double points, and that was telling in the end.
No.
I'm pretty sure. It was a tough race. Didn't know where to look. I was keen to take on the favourite Acacia, although it was only $4.20, so it wasn't like it was a hot favourite. So pot bet went on photograph each way.
Unlucky.
Andrea at Zenny was unlucky. That's probably what you get for backing jockeys who don't run Caulfield very often. But from that gate, I don't know where she got to, but she only ended up missing by 1.68 lengths up on the fence. So she ran well, definitely in the black book. But I don't know, mate. Did you have a strong opinion on this race before it went?
I think Soft Love can win a decent race. I think she's a mare with a lot of talent. I think she hits the line very, very nicely. But yeah, if Stratton Angel's winning, mate, I'm losing.
Yeah.
The Herald Sun Sprint, 1,000 metres, Group 2 handicap. Big old Ray. He was held up too, Ray.
He was.
Impressive win.
Yeah, he was. Weak-gutted dog, John McNeil. It's the only way he can win. Mate, they went so fast, and Zealously was just off the lead and just went too quick and was hung out and no cover. I'm not saying it would have won, but Jesus, run super to hold on for third. GG's Miss Truth.
Oh, my God.
I tell you what, if it won, I would have been on the floor. I would have been on the floor. Because I back this horse all the time. You know I do. It should, in hindsight, like I should have probably had something small on it to place because it was a big price. But it's run super with a new stable, Mark Walker.
Well, you're going to tell the drifters on the multi of this horse?
Mate, there's 2-leg multi. GG's Miss Truth into Lady Jones.
Yeah. So for those of you smart enough to put that together, that is an easy something. It links Declan's wife to both those horses.
Yep.
Zealously was good. Nadal probably like market support, but been scratched too often.
Couldn't touch him.
And if there's a bit of rain around in Melbourne during Cup Week, like he'll win the Spacewalk race, the Ray McNirio, the Mahaba race, you know what I mean? Like, and I actually love him down Flemington.
Mahaba? What's happened to that horse?
I reckon he might have nicked its tendon. Yeah.
Yeah, well said. Look, he's clearly got talent, but if you're waiting for the wet decks, it's like, well, is he a betting proposition unless you see that? Probably not. Acacia was the most popular pick in that race. There was a fair few drifters who were on Pisanello who was scratched.
That was the previous race.
Sorry, my mistake.
Yep.
But obviously with scratchings, you got the favourite if you're in the tipping comp. Ray Magnerio, he only had, who did he have? He had 14. He had 14%. Ray.
Yeah. It's going to be all over me. Which is frustrating. Anyway. Ray's going to run twice at Flemington as well during the Cup Week, I heard. So more to come from Ray. Private Eye was way too strong. He would have been absolutely smashed in the tipping comp.
70%.
Yeah.
So well placed.
Yeah.
So well placed.
So well ridden.
Yep.
I reckon Nash would have had a smoke after that race, going like, "Yeah, well done."
He would have said, "Moods, you got one of those B&H smooths left for me?"
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, mate.
And then a bounding. Oh, she was a good end to the day.
It was a good end to the day, bounding, and was right to jump off Millvale Rose onto a bounding. The race set up perfectly for it. I think Blakey Bill ran, he rode 3?
Yeah.
And she was pretty popular, but it was between her and Mirabelle Rose for the drifters. So, it was a good way to end the day and get some back for the drifters.
Yeah. No, without you, mate, there'd be back to back, like ramen being eaten by the pot bet.
2-minute noodles are delicious.
Yeah.
Are we doing one for Cox Plate?
Mate, we've got one on Cox Plate. We've got one for Derby Day. We've got one for Champions Day.
Oh, shit. Okay. Hey, we're turning a corner. So thanks for everyone who participated. We'll do it again next week. Obs. So, the winner of the tipping comp. Well done to Lockie Winks.
Again?
Yes.
Has he done it before, maybe?
I think he's been in and around a few times. Mate, he had a fill-up. He got 39 points in total. So he's averaged about 2 points a race. So he's on average running second every time he goes around. So he's had a blinder. I think he picked like the first 4 or 5 in Caulfield. So well done, mate. You had a fill-up. If you are listening, please get in touch via the DMs. If we don't hear from you, we'll shoot you through an email. $500 voucher of your choice.
Yep.
So well done, mate. Thanks to everyone who participated. There was some good performances. A few people finished just shy of Lockie. Jay McAllister, I don't have your full name, sorry, mate. Gus Treforos, Mark Bowman.
Hugh's brother.
Yeah. Mark, brother of Hugh. Cousin of Paul, Cowboys centre, one-time Origin centre. Cord, thereabouts. Mickenham, Michael Jones, Mick Jones, Josh McClelland, Declan Jones, a few sort of in and around there. So, yeah, great fun. We'll do it again next week.
Yep. And yeah, the pod should be back next week as well. But check your local Instagram profiles to get more information there. All right, we'll do it all again next week. See you later.
Cox Plate Day, let's go.
Yeah.